Hey folks, today's episode is going to be a bit shorter, but I'm going to show you a little speedrun tactic for getting yourself a Ravager, assuming you have a level 60 friend able to help you out. I hope you get lucky, both before and after you get yourself one of these axes. In the next episode, we'll see about doing some AoE farming with a group of mages. Not only will we pull stuff for them, but we'll contribute to the AoE too. If you're unfamiliar with the theory behind the Ravager, check the description. I will explain at length why exactly it's so worthwhile for a hunter. That's for after today's episode though. For now, enjoy! While our friend is getting here, we might as well start clearing some of this stuff out. In fact, that guy's ranged, so sure, let's open on this fellow first. We might as well start clearing some of these guys out in the meantime. How about a serpent sting? Oh, we got hodged. Silly paladin, I can kite you. Don't you know? Oh, you should not run all the way over there. No, 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 no. That's not good. That is not good at all. We're just gonna pop out for 1 second and then pop right back in. Oh, that is not a good place to be hodged. But I guess the horde decided not to react quickly enough. We've only got one guy back here, so... where's Rapture? Rapture? Hello there. You were hiding. Were you in the wall? You might have been in the wall. Okay. Well, oh, hang on. This guy is definitely going to pull into me. So, I guess there's nothing much that we can do other than pop up monkey and swing away. Swing away, George. So I know that this is a little bit late for a stream, but welcome to the stream, you guys. We're going to be getting a Ravager today, and it's going to be fun. We're going to have lots of fun. Well, let's see what we can do. Seems that our friend is... oh, he's just about here, actually. So maybe we can clear these other two out. We'll put up another heavy mage weave bandage, or sorry, just a mage weave bandage. And then give this a shot, so to speak. Oh, hang on, that adept is gonna come by. By the way, folks, this is kind of an unusual time for me to be streaming. So, you know, spread the word. Let other folks know we are streaming right now. Right now, of all times. Going to pop off. There we go. And how about a feign death? Okay, it seems that they're gonna go on my cat instead, and it seems we might actually get another patrol. Maybe. No? Okay. Oh, there's my dragon gun failing. Go on that one, Rapture. That one. Thank you. Okay, well he's gonna run over there. Oh, hello there, Sully. Seems he's here just in time. We're getting quite a lot less experience with him in the group, but that's all right. You know who that is. Oh, let me pop off a freezing trap on that one. So I'm gonna see what I can do about no growl shenanigans. But in the meantime, I'm gonna have to get used to it. We did have growl on our wind serpent, but I'm rolling with prowl and dash on a cat, along with bite and claw. I do really much enjoy seeing what we can do without any special threat generation tools. It is an opportunity to see how efficiently we can use our feigned death. I might swap out the Prowl again for Growl at some point, but now is not the time. Because, well, we have some memeing to do. We do plan to go down to STV and have a little bit of fun. Oh, hey, Dice. Yes, I do stream. It's not a myth. Right now I've got a lovely guildie up here who is helping me out with the Ravager farming. And we're in here with a couple of hunters. We're gonna have some fun. Now, of course, we could sneak into the instance itself when someone else opens the door, but the thing is, you need a key in your group, because Herod's door, at the very end of the dungeon, also requires a key. So unless you have one, well, you're kinda hecked. You know what, while we're here, why don't we go ahead and pull this here gallant? Here, buddy. Okay, I'm going to feign you off, and I'm going to charge the death ray. And we're going to one-shot you. Boop. And there we go. It's a free 180 experience points. Oh my, I guess I'll drop a frost trap right here. We may have to run. Aspect of the Pack. That is quite a useful ability that we will get in 3 levels. Or, more accurately, 2.5. Okay, here we go. Since someone here has higher threat than I do, I can just range away happily at whatever happens to cross my path. These ones still run in fear even though they're soldiers. Oh. Okay, there we go. Okay, well this is going to be a little bit of a fight. Let's start with a grenade right here. And keep them away from us. Let's feign this guy's off. And my pet is in combat there, so... Oh, wait. Here we go. Let's pop off the dragon gun since we have so many of them. It didn't last too long, but it was some effective damage. Oh, that one is lost. Not anymore. Alright. Easy enough. We just... Ah, he has Growl on his broken tooth. Perfect. And we'll be just fine. Hang on, is there a chest right on the other side of this here wall? Okay, let's see where my pet goes. Okay, right over this way. Sometimes there is a chest. But maybe it's in a different location, who knows? since he just auto-shot it, we have the opportunity for a good scatter shot. We can keep this thing away from him. And a lovely Raptor Strike crit to finish it off. Come here, Raptor. Come on. Thank you. I've made him prowl with my prowl macro, my Shadow Meld prowl macro. Which, if you'd like to see it, it's very simple. It only casts Shadow Meld and casts prowl, and it can be spammed. This one is going to be difficult. Here, you. We're in the clear on both sides, so we should be able to get down here. Okay. These invisibility potions are... They truly come in handy beyond merely juking skull level warriors. Hey Bobby Bolivia, great to have you here. We're just, we're in here with a good friend of ours, a good guildie, a good guy guildie who is helping us very kindly with attempting to farm the Ravager. And hopefully it drops on the very first run. And hopefully we can get it. That's not good. Okay. I guess we're dealing with this now. And that second mob is going to come our way, but we're going to see about ignoring it. Hang on. Scatter. Thank you. We're going to see about ignoring it as much as possible. Let's Solos this thing. Thank you. And how about an auto multi? Oh, my auto shot did not go off. Okay. We're fine now. We're a-okay. Oh sure, you can see my talents. I'm rolling Marksman Serve. So right now we have built up to Scattershot for the Scattershot CC, and we're now going into Savage Strikes so that we can use a Ravager build. Hey 𝐓𝐑𝐀𝐍𝐒𝐂𝐑𝐈𝐏𝐓. Great to have you here. I'm really glad to have you too here, 𝐓𝐑𝐀𝐍𝐒𝐂𝐑𝐈𝐏𝐓. As always, it's lovely to have you here. I know it may sound silly coming from me, but I do hope to parse as well as you do in raids. Because, well, you cannot necessarily compare between raids, because, well, hunters will deal differing DPS depending on the length of the fight. So, if your guild is very fast and speedy, you're bound to benefit from that yourself. Okay, we can see on Humanoid Tracker that our friend has engaged the new targets. And, well, we're going to wish him luck because he's taking on the Myrmidons first. It's definitely a good idea because the Myrmidons hit very hard. And he finished the Myrmidon off, so now he's free to bandage himself up. But he does have aggro on the other two still because he's got a pet. That's a-okay because he's still able to get his bandage off. And since there are no noteworthy guns at endgame, well... I mean, look, Stoneform is a very nice racial in general. And of course, the gun racial can give you 3% hit if you do happen to have a gun. But, well, that's not necessarily better than 9 base agility. And of course, there's also the nature resistance, which is useful against all the NPCs in the open world who may have poisons. And it's also useful for a nature-resistant set, which comes in handy more often than the frost-resistant set, which, well, they built one of those for you for Naxxramas. For nature resistance, you're kinda on your own. Seems 𝐓𝐑𝐄𝐍𝐒𝐑 is going down. 𝐓𝐑𝐄𝐍𝐒𝐑 slain. Let's see what happens. Ah, I can see the loot. So this does work after all. Now I just strip naked, die, and run back. Because if you pop out a Shadow Meld or pop out a Feigned Death, let's see this. Nope. Well, it didn't work that time, but hypothetically, you are able to pop out of Feigned Death into Shadow Meld and then wait for your Feigned Death to come off cooldown. A Ravager is worth it at level 60. If you don't know the theory behind it, well, I can go into that if you'd like. And yes, Orc Hunter is my favorite race on the Horde for Hunter. It is a very good race because you get the Axe Racial and you get Blood Fury, which is naturally helpful for a Ravager build. You also get the bonus pet damage, which is good all around. And you also get the stun resist, which is amazing in PvP. So Orc Hunter is amazing all around. They're really, really fun. But yes, a Ravager is worth it even at level 60 because of, well, because of how it works. And especially for a hunter, ironically. Sneaking on by here. I'm going to drop a Frost Trap just so our friend here can make the most of his movement. Okay, sure, I'll go over the theory really quick. So, the thing about Ravager that makes it so great for hunters is, well, first of all, we have very limited AoE. We have multi-shot, which is really fantastic in. Oh, whoops! I accidentally pulled this on my friend. I don't want you here. Excuse me. I'll go over this in a moment. While when we're waiting for 𝐓𝐑𝐄𝐍𝐒𝐑 to die once again. Excuse me. Nope. Come on. The Los here is very strange. Hang on, you. Let me pop off a grenade, and how about a death ray actually? And we'll continue pressing the attack on these mobs who are now fleeing in fear. And this one is also fleeing in fear, so we're fine. Okay, excuse me. Thank you. Right, so where was I? Well, I suppose we should wait for we should wait for the for us to be in position, shouldn't we? In the meantime, let's stay focused here. Let's get a Frost Trap chain going on here. Alright, here we go. Aim shot sync. I fired on the cross there just in case there was something around the corner that I could not see. Since I do not have humanoid tracking up, I was kind of blind there. In that case, it would have chained onto Skull and not onto whatever was around the corner if there happened to be anything. And it seems there was nothing, so we're in the clear. We're A-okay. The double frost trap is pretty good. Okay, now we just need to sneak on by here. Nope. Okay, we're gonna wait for our friend here to clear this guy out. Or I suppose we could. Okay, let's fire on that secondary right here. Just so that we don't chain over here. Oh, hello there. Excuse me. This is not really a very good time. Would you mind, I don't know, going somewhere else? Ah, goodness gracious. Alright. Well, we're gonna have to deal with that guy then. But in the meantime, we can multi-sync on both of those mobs, and let me just close this. Never mind, he's on my hunter friend. Nice 𝐓𝐑𝐀𝐍𝐒𝐂𝐑𝐈𝐏𝐓 crit. Okay, this mob over here might have been conversing with another mob, but we pulled that mob, and now your friend is dead and you're talking to no one. I'm very sorry that I've psychologically scarred you in such a way. But you will heal. I have faith. Alright, doing my invis run thing. And here we go. I was trying to get right over here to this nice low spot. But never mind. Never mind. Oh. Here, I'll freezing trap this one. Oh. Okay, hang on. There should be a patrol that would come my way. That one's a Myrmidon, so we do not want it alive if it's enraged. Because it will certainly deal very heavy damage even to our level 60 friend. We don't like that. We don't like that at all. We want our 60 friend to stay healthy. Might as well just finish it off with the scatter. Nope. No. Okay, well, I guess our friend is on it. Let's see if the ICS, never mind. He might have run in fear. Alright, while we wait for our friend to head up to Herod to kill him again, I'll explain the basic theory behind the practical application of the Ravager on a hunter. The Ravager excels in 5-mans, although it has some application in the open world, and even in a few places in raids. Here are the 3 main reasons why it works. Reasons which are intrinsic of our class, not necessarily to the weapon itself, and thus translate even across all private servers and official classic, where the behavior of the Ravager varies greatly. First of all, we have the best tool in the game for getting the weapon to proc, that being rank 1 wing clip. Spam it, great chance to get the proc. A chance still, but greater than other classes. Secondly, Hunter AoE is limited. Volley has a 1-minute cooldown, Explosive Trap is unreliable, Multi-shot has a target limit, and so on. The Ravager can be used to fill in the gaps, so to speak. It's not meant to be used on its own, but rather we use it to complement our existing toolkit. Finally, we deal hybrid DPS, so we don't gimp ourselves so much by putting on a melee weapon that may be weaker than what we've got at endgame. Warriors may want to use a strong level 60 melee weapon to get the most out of their abilities, but we can throw in a Ravager and still alternate attacks or multi-weave to great effect. But that's not all. In official classic, the Ravager's whirlwind attack can proc more blade storms, Crusader, and presumably other on-hit effects too. I don't believe Dragon Breath Chili is affected, but perhaps Frost Oil or Shadow Oil could be procced. It needs more testing. And by the way, we can pop potions while bladestorming, so limited invulnerability potions could be really cool during bladestorm. Side note, the reagents for lips can be found in Maraudon. Make of that what you will. Anyway, in order to use a Ravager, first you ought to have several targets. Back on Chronos, the sweet spot was found to be 3 mobs or less, stay at range, 3 mobs or more, fight in melee. Yes, there was a little bit of an overlap there. Given the way the Ravager works here, more targets are better since you can proc repeated blade storms easily with enough targets. so we'll need to test it extensively to determine if it's the same way. When you have enough targets, use rank 1 wing clip repeatedly until you get a proc. Use Raptor Strike on cooldown while you're at it. Instead of melee weaving for Raptor Strikes, you instead weave out to multi-shot. Multi-weave. You may not get the chance to alternate attacks if you're staying in Bladestorm range of everything, swapping targets for ranged attacks instead of moving, so multi-weave is most likely what you'll be doing. While you're in melee, you can and should drop explosive traps as long as you'll keep enough mana for multi-shots. If you're not getting procs, chuck a crystal charge or some sort of engineering explosive to cover the DPS loss RNG just gave you, and if mobs are too low, hop back out to range to finish things off. The Ravager excels in 5-mans because you'll often get the chance to pull a lot of things at once, and you won't be one-shot if something does pull onto you. It's nice in the open world if you've got a lot of stuff on you, and it's also nice for running your lobby friends through a dungeon since you can gather stuff with your cat, then spam rank 1 wing clip on only one thing while your pet soaks up all the damage. When Bladestorm procs, it's too late for everything you've pulled, even if it is more than you could normally handle. However, it does have some limited uses in raiding. The 3 most noteworthy packs I'd recommend using it on would be the Core Hounds before Magmadar and the Molten Core, the Big Spider packs before Marley and Zul'Gurub, and the Wasp packs in AQ20. Suppression Room in Blackwing Lair doesn't count because the whelps need to be held and they'll be insta-gibbed by the mages when the time comes. And then for the Skeletal Draconids on Nef Phase 3, you're better off bringing some Stratholme Holy Water for those. Anyway, that's all. Back to the run now. Let's keep an eye on our friend here. It seems that he's got Herod down to 67%. And he's whittling him down. Herod is quite the fast fellow, so he must be very wary of Herod. But there is only one true Ravager, and that is me. Well, me and anyone else who happens to also use the Ravager as my disciple. So, there are lots of Ravagers now, and our goal is to make every hunter a Ravager someday. Okay, and here it is. Here it is. Nice need roll. 4. It seemed the luck of the Ravager was with us in some regard. But if we attended with a group. And well, I guess that's that. For today anyway. That's how you get yourself a run through SM ARM quickest, folks. In the next one, we'll explore the AoE farming at length. And then we'll actually go through with a normal group because, well, we have to, don't we? I'll see you then, but first, if you like this video, I'd appreciate you dropping a like on it, sharing it, and leaving a comment as well, because I love to talk with you guys. If you haven't already, subscribe and hit that bell for notifications so you never miss another upload. If you check the description, you'll find a skip list along with other links, and as always, I will see you in the next one. Bye bye!